After years of tirelessly working and constantly moving from one ocean to another, the Little Mermaid finally made a decision that would change the course of her life. With a resolute heart, she chose to drop an anchor in the crystal-clear waters of the Caribbean Sea. It was a moment of stillness and tranquility, a chance for her to find a sense of belonging and establish a home amidst the vast expanse of the ocean. The Little Mermaid could tell you a lot about a marine life around the globe, and that it's incredibly diverse and fascinating. You would constantly hear her saying things like, "The world's oceans are home to a vast array of species, from tiny plankton to massive whales. Coral reefs found in tropical waters are teeming with colorful fish, sea turtles, and other unique creatures. These reefs are not only beautiful, but they also provide important habitats for many marine organisms. In the colder regions that I visited, you'll find majestic creatures like polar bears, seals, and penguins, adapted to survive in icy waters. The open ocean is a vast expanse, where you might encounter dolphins, sharks, and various species of whales, including the magnificent blue whale, the largest animal on Earth. Marine ecosystems are not only home to incredible biodiversity, but they also play a crucial role in our planet's health. They produce oxygen, regulate climate, and provide food and resources for millions of people around the world. However, these ecosystems are facing numerous threats, including pollution, overfishing, and climate change, which are endangering the delicate balance of marine life. Efforts are being made globally to protect and conserve marine environments, such as establishing marine protected areas and implementing sustainable fishing practices. It is crucial that we continue to raise awareness and take action to ensure the future health and survival of our oceans and the incredible marine life they support. Upon her arrival in the Caribbean Sea, the Little Mermaid wasted no time in enlisting the services of a skilled team to construct a magnificent underwater abode that would become her new home. With meticulous attention to detail, she carefully conveyed her vision and specifications, ensuring that every aspect of her underwater sanctuary reflected her unique personality and desires. The team worked tirelessly, using their expertise to bring her dream to life, crafting a dwelling that seamlessly blended with the natural beauty of the ocean. As the final touches were completed, the Little Mermaid couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and excitement, eager to step inside her new abode and embark on this exciting new chapter of her life. "I love it, guys," said the Little Mermaid. "I think I will make this a happy home. You did a great job. Thank you, team." Fluent in both Portuguese and English, she effortlessly navigated the linguistic landscape of the region, feeling right at home. The breathtaking view only added to her sense of belonging, as the crystal-clear waters further enhanced the magical atmosphere. If you think she didn't need any more reasons to stay here, think again. There was one more motivation for her to linger. His name was Patrick. Patrick was a strikingly handsome man, his dark brown hair cascading in waves that framed his chiseled features. His piercing eyes held a hint of mystery and depth, drawing others in with their magnetic allure. With a captivating smile that could melt hearts, he possessed a charm that was both irresistible and enchanting. The Little Mermaid couldn't help but be captivated by his presence, as he embodied the epitome of her desires and dreams. Patrick worked for Marine Conservation Group. The Little Mermaid presented herself as a modern and independent woman. She had a vibrant and colorful hairstyle, adorned with seashells and pearls. Her outfit was a fashionable blend of aquatic and contemporary styles, with a touch of eco-friendly materials. She was always carrying a waterproof smartphone to stay connected with her friends. She was very passionate about marine conservation and used her voice to advocate for the protection of our oceans. Overall, the Little Mermaid was a symbol of resilience, adaptability, and beauty. She would embrace both her underwater origins and the ever-changing world above. The Little Mermaid's contribution to marine conservation was incomparable. As a well-known figure, she would use her platform to educate people about the importance of marine conservation. She would give speeches, participate in interviews, and collaborate with environmental organizations to spread awareness about issues like plastic pollution, overfishing, and coral reef degradation. The Little Mermaid would organize, or she would participate in beach cleanups and underwater cleanup initiatives. By actively removing trash and debris from the ocean, she would help protect marine life and create a cleaner environment for both humans and sea creatures. She would promote sustainable fishing practices, such as advocating for responsible fishing methods and supporting local fishermen who prioritize sustainable practices. Additionally, she would encourage the use of eco-friendly products and alternatives to single-use plastics. By lobbying governments and collaborating with conservation organizations, the Little Mermaid helped to create safe havens for marine life and promote the preservation of biodiversity. She would team up with marine biologists and scientists to support research efforts focused on understanding and conserving marine ecosystems. By sharing her unique perspective and experiences, she would contribute to scientific knowledge and inspire further exploration of the underwater world. These are just a few examples, but the Little Mermaid's creativity and passion for the ocean led her to find even more innovative ways to contribute to marine life. I believe it's quite clear why she wouldn't find time for romance. Her company, that creates eco-friendly products from reusable bottles to solar-powered chargers, donates a significant portion of the profits towards climate change programs. By doing so, they not only contributed to reducing environmental impact, but also supported efforts to combat climate change. They also focused on developing sustainable alternatives to commonly used products, such as biodegradable packaging, reusable household items, or innovative energy-saving devices. This not only helped raise awareness about the importance of eco-friendly choices, but also provided practical solutions for individuals and businesses to reduce their carbon footprint. She actively supported research, advocacy, and initiatives aimed at mitigating the effects of climate change and transitioning towards a more sustainable future. This made a significant impact and inspired others to take similar actions in their own businesses and personal lives. Despite her busy schedule and unwavering dedication to marine conservation, the Little Mermaid couldn't help but feel a yearning for something more. In the midst of her responsibilities, she found solace and enchantment in the evening sun as it gracefully descended towards the horizon, casting a radiant golden glow upon the tranquil beach. Lost in moments of serene solitude, she would often find herself captivated by the symphony of colors painted across the sky, each hue mirroring her own complex emotions and stirring a deep longing within her heart. It was during these magical evenings that her imagination would take flight, inspiring her to dream of a love that could rival the breathtaking beauty of the setting sun. The Little Mermaid would often catch glimpses of Patrick during their collaborative efforts, and her heart would flutter at the sight of him. However, she knew that pursuing a romantic relationship would require delicate balance and subtlety. One day, during a conference on sustainable fishing practices, the Little Mermaid found herself seated next to Patrick. They engaged in passionate discussions about the importance of protecting marine life and shared their visions for a better future. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, and a deep connection began to form. As time went on, the Little Mermaid found small ways to spend more time with Patrick. They would occasionally meet for coffee, discussing their latest projects and exchanging ideas. These encounters were always filled with laughter and intellectual stimulation, leaving both craving more. To further deepen their connection, the Little Mermaid decided to invite Patrick to her underwater home. She wanted to show him the beauty of her world and share her passion for the ocean. With the help of her underwater friends, she transformed her house into a magical sanctuary, adorned with bioluminescent plants and colorful corals. Especially helpful was her good friend Mr. Crab. When Patrick arrived, he was captivated by the enchanting atmosphere and the Little Mermaid's genuine love for her home. Later that afternoon, they spent hours exploring the underwater wonders, swimming alongside vibrant fish and playful dolphins. It was a truly magical experience that brought them closer together. As their friendship blossomed, the Little Mermaid couldn't help but wonder if Patrick felt the same way. She decided to confide in her trusted friend, a wise old sea turtle named Tully. Tully listened attentively and offered some advice. "Sometimes, my dear Little Mermaid, the best way to find out if someone feels the same way is to be honest and open with them. But remember, patience is key. Love takes time to grow, just like the coral reefs." Taking Tully's advice to heart, the Little Mermaid mustered up the courage to express her feelings to Patrick. She invited him to a quiet spot on the terrace of her underwater home, where they could watch the sunset over the Caribbean Sea. As they sat side by side, the Little Mermaid took a deep breath and spoke from her heart. She shared her admiration for Patrick's dedication to marine conservation and how he had inspired her in so many ways. She confessed her feelings, but without any expectations or pressure. To her surprise and delight, Patrick smiled warmly and thanked her for her honesty. He admitted that he had also felt a strong connection between them, but had been hesitant to act on it. They agreed to take things slowly, allowing their friendship to evolve naturally into something more. The days that followed were filled with excitement and anticipation. The Little Mermaid and Patrick continued to spend time together, exploring the underwater world and sharing their dreams and aspirations. They laughed, they learned, and they supported each other in their respective endeavors. As their bond grew stronger, the Little Mermaid couldn't help but feel a sense of joy and contentment. She had found someone who understood her love for the ocean and shared her passion for conservation. Patrick, too, was enamored by the Little Mermaid's spirit and dedication. One sunny day, the Little Mermaid decided to surprise Patrick with a special gift. She had spent weeks crafting a beautiful necklace made of seashells and pearls, symbolizing their connection and the beauty of the ocean they both cherished. She carefully placed it in a small treasure chest and left it on the terrace of her underwater home, where Patrick would find it, and went to engage in her professional endeavors after a long and productive day. Excited and eager to see Patrick's reaction, the Little Mermaid swam back to her house, her heart fluttering with anticipation. She entered her home. She noticed right away something was amiss. The usually vibrant and lively atmosphere felt heavy and somber. Her heart sank as she followed the trail of blood leading to her bedroom. Before she took courage to open the bedroom door, she whispered to herself, "It's going to be fine. Patrick is fine, I'm sure." She pushed the door open, and there she saw him. Patrick was lying motionless on the floor. His clothes were drenched, and his eyes closed. Panic surged through the Little Mermaid's body as she rushed to his side. She desperately tried to revive him, calling out his name and pleading for him to wake up. But it was too late. Patrick was gone, and the underwater house that was once filled with life and love filled up with sorrow and loss, faster than a rock can sink to the bottom of the sea. The Little Mermaid's heart shattered into a million pieces. She couldn't understand how such a tragedy could occur in her sanctuary, her haven. Tears streamed down her face as she held Patrick's lifeless body, her voice filled with grief and anguish. Days turned into weeks, and briefly after investigation was closed, the Little Mermaid, with tears in her eyes, entered her home. She mourned the loss of Patrick, and she could still feel his presence here. For a while, the Little Mermaid retreated into solitude, seeking solace in the depths of the ocean. She swam through the vast expanse, her heart heavy with sorrow. But even in her darkest moments, the Little Mermaid found strength. She remembered the passion and purpose that had driven her to dedicate her life to marine conservation. She knew that Patrick would want her to continue fighting for the ocean they both loved. With renewed determination, the Little Mermaid emerged from her solitude, ready to honor Patrick's memory. She channeled her grief into her work, becoming an even stronger advocate for marine conservation. She spoke louder, fought harder, and inspired others to join her cause. In every speech she gave, every beach cleanup she organized, and every collaboration she pursued, the Little Mermaid carried Patrick's spirit with her. She knew that he would be proud of the impact she was making, and she vowed to never let his memory fade. The tragedy had forever changed the Little Mermaid, but it had also ignited a fire within her. She became a beacon of hope and resilience, reminding everyone that even in the face of loss, love and passion could endure. Despite the lingering mystery of that tragic evening, the Little Mermaid pressed on with unwavering determination, traversing the vast oceans in her tireless quest to protect marine life. Though she couldn't quite find peace, she carried the memory of Patrick deep within her heart, knowing that their love, though tragically cut short, would forever be a cherished part of her underwater world.